shiny, new bases.
Spiky bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer from SpikyBits.com, and we're going to take a look at the latest Elric's Hobbies resin bases. They've got the new console chambers. I know it sounds kind of like Return of the Jedi or episode 1, 2, or 3, whichever one we never want to think about again, I suppose. They sent over these bases to us, some as samples to give out to our patrons and different supporters and things, and some, to get painted up and kind of showcase what you can do with these. And I think they come off as a little plain, but once we take a closer look at them, there's definitely a lot to appreciate about this new line of bases from Elric's Hobbies. So let's jump over to their site, take a look at how much they'll cost you, and then show you some other stuff you can do with them on the tabletop. So here it is, elricshobbies.com, your place for all the custom resin and bases. I always start my search here. Sometimes I end up at other websites, but they always seem to get me started on the right path, even if they don't have exactly what I personally need at that time right there. So you can you just go to Elric's Hobbies, click on model bases. It'll get you in here to this section under round bases, and then just scroll down, and this is the newest, the console chambers right here. And like I said, they're going to come off a little plain, but they have all the sizes, and you can't see the drop down menu right here apparently, because through the magical recording devices here we can't see, but I can show you that they have a bunch of different sizes because you can see them all over here on the left, including the flying stand base, which we've showed you in the past. You can just put a little blue tack in there, and then you can actually put your flying stand in there and then detach it, and it's pretty much strong enough to hold your flyer for the most part. I've done it with a lot of forge roll flyers too. I wouldn't recommend it with something like a Marauder Bomber or a Marauder Fighter, something like that, but the smaller plastic stuff probably would be okay on. So the good thing about Elric's Hobbies, and why I like going here real quick, is they always seem to have pretty much every size that's out there that's available. I mean, they got 25s, they've got the 32s, they've got your 40s going on up here, of course, and then if you could see the drop down menu, 40s, 50s, 55s, 60s, 80s, 90s, all the way on up. So even 105s, 120s, they've got the big night size base down there as well. I got a base from them for my Custodes flyer because that's crazy big round. So who knew that they actually had that size as well? So that's why I like starting here, because generally they have something cool that gets me started on the right track, or they have exactly what I need and I don't have to go anywhere else. Now, normally I'd have a bunch of different packages out here and I would kind of show you the different sizes and the different options and different pricing and stuff. But, they start at, you get 25 millimeters for $8 over on their site. And then I think on the 32s are pretty affordable too, $9.50 for 10 of them. So price-wise, right in the realm to get you done and not break the bank and save you a lot of time and everything, because not having to texture these, not having to do all the different things, and just basically paint them, matte coat them, glue your guys to them, and you're done. Now, like I was saying earlier, they're going to come off as kind of plain, and they are. They're just basically designs of some square manner cut into a base here, and they're, sometimes they have some little cross hatching and things like that. Sometimes they have some little broken sections on them depending on what the size is, but for the most part, they're very predictable. You can pretty much put any model on here because of their size and because they are flat. And why this is important, as opposed to like something like the Shattered Terrace bases, which we've featured here on the past. Actually, all my Adeptus Titanicus Titans are on these right here. There's a little bit of raised surface, there's a little bit more texture. You're gonna have to go with multiple colors and things here, whereas you wouldn't just be able to glue some tufts or something to them. But so it's kind of like column A, column B. But what's really cool about this is it's more of like a blank slate for you. So we've painted one of these up here in the studio. OBJ Tim here at Spiky Studios painted this up, and you can see where it basically takes something that looks very, very plain, and just through a little bit of cool shading, cool paints, and just a color down the middle, which you could do on any of the vertical surfaces here, or the straight surfaces, or whatever you want to call them, really transform and give a very dynamic look to this, and additionally create a lot of depth with darker colors over lighter colors. Now this is kind of like a faux jade kind of marble-ish kind of look right here, right? that would look really great and go with a lot of different armies out there. And then of course, you know, it's got the lip and it's nice and flat, so you could probably put a lot of things on here and maybe have like a dreadnought or something stepping. But that doesn't mean that you're, you know, this is the only thing you can do. You can do a whole bunch of different patterns to it. You know, some of the stuff we did with our Custodes that were more of an urban camo, and then you've got this stuff over here, which is kind of similar to this right here, but a little bit more sun bleached, I guess you could say, like more out in the open, more courtyard kind of feel, where this is probably more of an interior. And then you could even do like the full-on like you know, ultramarine, ultramar kind of marble feel. Now this isn't an Elric's base, but there's no reason you couldn't do something very, very similar with this right here in a much, much lighter marble that you know, you've seen a lot of these tutorials out there already, and you can definitely Google search those next and find out how to do that. It's very easy to do. It's just, you know, airbrush and stringing out a little bit of either pantyhose or in some cases steel wool. So that's, I mean, it's very easy to do and add depth. And I think just having this blank slate for your models to kind of go any which way you want with color. You could even, you know, do a little dotted lines and things like that, like it's concrete and, you know, like a parking lot or something like that. Like the sky's kind of the limit, and it's not locked to any particular system out there. This will work good for 40K. This will work good for Sigmar. This will work good for Infinity. This will work good for Privateer Press. Like there's so many different games out there. I mean, Bolt Action, you know, like there's so much stuff out there, even in the historicals, that you could use these bases for, that I think don't dismiss them immediately because of their perhaps simplistic nature. Embrace the blank canvas that they've given you here, and all the different possibilities, wonderful possibilities that you can do with these bases right here. So unfortunately, that's all I really have to say about these bases. A bunch of different sizes, everything you need is over there on elricshobbies.com. Make sure you check them out. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications as well, so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to hit up Elric's Hobbies.